Hello, and welcome to another edition of AM Whiskey Reviews. I am your host, Ben Rosenthal. Uh, uh, Today, we are going to make a triumphant return to whiskey. Um, and I will get to that in a minute. I want to start off by addressing some complaints. There were many commenters who some were accusing me of being an apologist for Ricardo Clement of Buenos Aires, otherwise known as Adolf Eichmann, and others who were accusing me of making apologies for the Jews. You know, um, uh, I think that there are good people on both sides. And as far as I'm concerned, the whiskey community, the whiskey family, we can all get along. We all have working livers. It doesn't matter what we look like. Um, whether we feel that Eichmann was misunderstood, or I mean, there's all kinds of there's a definitely if you feel that way, I would definitely say you were a detestable whack job. But the fact of the matter is we all drink whiskey, and I welcome you. I welcome as long as you're hitting subscribe, you're sharing, you're smashing that like button. I mean, you can. I don't know. I mean, you could be Hitler himself. I don't. I really. I mean, this is just all about the whiskey. It's about the whiskey. Um, in any case, back to the whiskey, and I'm very, very excited. I have two whiskeys to review, and they are in the Johnny Walker family. We have Johnny Walker Red, Johnny Walker Black. Now, these were donated to me by a neighbor who has, he's unloading all of his whiskey. He's cleaning up. He's gone to the dark side. He has decided to dry out. And if you own an establishment that specializes in cranberry and club sodas, well, you've just found your barfly. Ronnie Kurtenbach, Godspeed. I hope you come back to the fold. We may have to kidnap you the way parents used to have to kidnap their kids from the Moonies and reprogram them to be, normal again. Um, uh, but that's what makes a horse race. Everybody has, their own agenda. Like the litter box again. But anyway, Ronnie Kurtenbach, I wasn't supposed to mention his name, Ronnie Kurtenbach, but I have. And once I say it once, I might as well say it again. I mean, cat's out of the bag. Cat is in the litter box and he's out of the bag. That's, that's, anyway. Let's get to the review. Now, up until this point, it's really news to me. I had no idea that Johnny Walker Red and Johnny Walker Black were different whiskeys. I thought it was simply a color preference. You would go into the liquor store, and depending on what you were feeling like, maybe you were in a red mood, maybe you were in a black mood. Like you go to buy a car and you say, I want that car in yellow. I want that car in fire engine red. Well, I mean, they cost the same. I mean, maybe they cost more if it's a color they just don't make much of. But obviously, red and black are pretty common colors. And I just thought, oh, yeah, so this is really news to me. This is like it's a new day. My eyes are open. And I am so excited because really, like, the color spectrum is so much wider than red and black. And I always wondered, like, why don't they have Johnny Walker Chartreuse? Why don't they have, Johnny Walker Fuchsia? There's so many colors they could have had. I should have put it together. Um, but anyway, let's get to the tasting. Now, look, the red, I got to confess. I mean, look, Ronnie there was about this much left in it. Obviously, Ronnie was going out with a bang. He was a long goodbye. Let's put it that way. So uh, yeah, but Johnny Walker Red, I have to say, quality whiskey. Um, Definitely a lot of red notes. A lot of red notes. I mean, almost like you take your first sip and it's like human heart. It is, the nose of a guy with horrible rosacea. This is ridiculous. This is so like, this is like you're making a film, you're shooting a news segment, and the stagehand is has taken his like one of the mics into the bathroom and is and you can just hear everything. There's just everything is being heard. And I don't know what's taking so long. Maybe the cat's been getting into the cheese and bananas, and it's taken a while in there, or he's just fanatical. About bear. I know these animals are kind of they're kind of high tone. They're toffs. They're cats, and they want to bury it. I mean, they really want to bury it. Um, oh, there we go. At long last. In any case, yeah, a lot of red notes, and this is really sort of a whiskey for a person if they got, say, $20, they got $40 left in their wallet, and they know that they can spend 36 on a bottle, and they'll be able to stretch the remaining four. This is more the whiskey for that person. It's definitely, you can taste the grain. You can taste the grain. Um, Johnny Walker Black. All right. Obviously, he had his way with this one too, old Ronnie. All right, it's just enough. All right. Oh man, that that is some first ballot Hall of Fame whiskey. Um, but it doesn't blow my mind. I'm not seeing other galaxies. Uh, you know, um, it definitely has a lot of very black notes. I'm getting Black Friday notes, like a line of people at a Walmart. They're as torqued as a human could be. They got their eyes on that Vizio set or the 55-inch smart TV. They're seeing it, and they're gonna break through that door. They got all kinds of. They got mallets. They got mauls, and they're gonna get in. This is a Black Friday. I'm seeing Black Friday. I'm seeing Black Sunday, the movie with Bruce Dern from the 70s. I'm getting a few notes of Black Sunday. Um, I'm getting, well, there was Black Francis of the Pixies, like a little fat guy who was a little out of his mind. I mean, I definitely am getting notes of him in there. A lot of black notes. Now, what would I pair this whiskey with? Gotta say, I would pair it with an IT guy. He's from Bangalore or Mumbai, and he's just looming over the desk of the like only halfway fuckable receptionist at the office. All the receptionists they're in Westchester, but for some reason they all sound like they're from New Jersey. A lot of them wear these sort of pantsuits. They all shop at some scaled back version of Lord and Taylor. And this one is, she's just a little better than the others, and he's just looming over her, and he's always trying to get her to go to a John Mayer concert, and she's very polite. And this guy, I mean, let's put it this way, he's got a lot of expired condoms in his house. All right. They're just, you open the bag, and it's like archaeology. It's like, Indiana Jones has found something. Um, and Yeah, I mean, that guy, I would pair it with him. Um, there's other IT guys. I mean, all the IT guys, the guys who are even, they're huddled around the one attractive girl. You want to drink this at the cubicle, watching the IT guys, uh, namely that one guy, just loom over the girl, and she's running out of patience. She can't be polite anymore. She goes to her manager. She goes to HR. She goes to somebody, and they're not going to fire somebody because these IT guys are really good. No one can do what they can do, and so she's got to deal with it. She's got to deal with it, and luckily for her, there is Me Too, and there's her too, and maybe the IT guy gets a sit down. They talk to him. He's humiliated. All this happens in front of you while you're drinking the Johnny Walker Black. But he also, if he takes you, and finally, like, maybe he does get a date with her, and he takes her to one of those sleek restaurants. He's wearing a shirt that if it caught fire would release more chemicals than like the Bhopal disaster. Um, and those like really shiny shirts, and he's really done it up, and then it just ends with him like offering to walk her to her door, and then she says no thank you, and she goes in. You could follow them while drinking this whiskey, and he would definitely have ordered this whiskey when they went out. um, um, I'm sure the Eichmann side of the partition, in terms of my commenters, will like the fact that I chose a guy from Bangalore, um, and the other people will object. The fact of the matter is that I chose somebody uh, of a different cultural heritage, but who is successful and an example of what a person would want to be, because I want to please both factions. I want us all to get along. I am always going to find a way to compromise, to split the difference. That's how I work. That's who I am. And that's how important the whiskey is to me. So I thank you for coming along to the ride, for joining me on this return to the Whisky, which is how they originally said it in Ireland. And I hope to see you again. Over and out.